Hey, good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, aka the Unstoppable Independent Podcaster, YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. You are now tuning in and rocking with the 115th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. We are live and direct from StreamYard and YouTube, and alongside with myself is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page on Instagram, which is Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. Make sure you guys turn on your notifications of when I'm going to go on the air with new episodes every week. So yeah, there you go. If you guys miss any previous episodes whatsoever, whether you are new listeners, new watchers from the YouTube community universe, don't worry, I got you back. All you need to do is go grab the subscribe button and make sure you tap the noti bell so you could be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. More video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment alongside with the topics that is discussed. Download your favorite episodes and of course share the videos, share the episodes, and tell a friend to another friend. And I will go over the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. All right. Now, time for my first segment right here, and that is the mental health check-in. And you guys know what it is. This is about your well-being and what you're going through on the inside or by any means anything scary or whatever. Um and of course that includes myself too. Now, how am I feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask? I actually feel a lot better releasing the dragon and the raging demon of my frustration in terms of the crazy fucking online flizzies, aka internet thugs, who are so fucking insecure that take their crazy shit out on people like me and all that other stuff to others as well. And to me, that's just not right though, you know what I'm saying? Um so yeah. Now mentally I feel better. For the most part, it's still day by day process. Um, Physically and spiritually, I am doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to actually release all that for the sake of my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen. Make sure you reach out to your loved ones, including your wives, your husbands, um, your girlfriends, boyfriends, and including your friends as well. Because those individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, they are not. So what you want to do is try to be there for them. Of course, compassion, empathy, and you know, you know what I'm saying. Um, so you don't have to wait every year when it comes to mental health day and mental health check-in awareness month, which is May. Um, and there is no time frame to reach out to anybody. It's all about following your mind, your soul, your heart, and your instincts, and being a risk taker. Because the fact of the matter is, in reality, is you don't have to put a time frame on when is a good time to reach out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 365 days in a year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um so another thing I took from all the stories I've been hearing about people having suicidal thoughts and stuff. You wanna do the best you can to actually, talk to them, be able to talk them out of committing suicide and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So that was my take, and that was your mental health check-in. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go on to my all-time favorite, and that is chatting all the jazz. And you guys know what it is. This is basically about not just the trending topics, but also about the stories that don't get any recognition in the time of day and shine. You know what I'm saying? Um so yeah, first and foremost, we got a little bit of sad news to address. So here we go. Um okay. So a little bit of sad news today, and this basically involves a musician named James MTune, whose Juicy Fruit became a hip hop beat. Um, basically, passed away at age 76. In a wide-ranging career, he went from playing percussion with Miles Davis to writing and producing sleek R&B to a long stint on political talk radio. James MTune, if I'm not mistaken, the musician, songwriter, producer, band leader, and talk radio host whose 1983 hit Juicy Fruit has been sampled in more than 100 songs, died on Sunday at his home in South Orange, New Jersey. He was 76. His cause was cancer, his family said. Mr. M. Tune started his career as a jazz percussionist. He was in Miles Davis's band for the first half of the 1970s, appearing on Davis's landmark 1972 jazz funk album On the Corner and its successors. But in the late 70s, he pivoted to R&B. He co-wrote hits for Roberta Flack and Stephanie Mills, produced albums, and formed a group, M Tune, which had major hits with his songs Juicy Fruit and You, Me, and He. His sparse, sputtering electronic beat for Juicy Fruit gained an extensive second life in hip hop when it was sampled on the debut single by the Notorious B.I.G. Juicy, a number one rap hit in 1994. James M. Tune was born James Foreman on January 3rd, 1946, in Philadelphia. His father was a jazz saxophonist, Jimmy Heath, but he was raised by his stepfather, James Foreman, a jazz pianist, also known as Hen Gates, who had played with Charlie Parker, and his mother, um, Bertha Foreman, a homemaker. Jazz musicians were frequently family visitors. Dizzy um, um, Gillespie, um, um, Thelonious Monk, um, Dina Washington, and John Coltrane among them, and the young James Foreman grew up playing piano and percussion. His biological uncle, the jazz drummer Albert, nicknamed Tootie Heath, gave him his first conjure drum. James was a champion swimmer in high school, winning the Middle Atlantic for the backstroke and attended Pasadena City College in California on an athletic scholarship. In California, he joined the U.S. organization, a black nationalist cultural group that introduced the holiday Kwanzaa, and he took an African last name, MTune, um, Swahili for messenger. He also turned seriously to music. In 1969, Albert Heath recorded four moto Afrocentric jazz compositions by Mr. MTune on his album K Waiter, featuring Mr. MTune on congas alongside Herbie Hancock on piano, Don Cherry on trumpet, and Jimmy Heath on saxophones. Mr. MTune also worked with Art Farmer, McCoy Tyner, Freddie Hubbard, and Gato Barberi. Um, he joined Miles Davis's band in 1971 as it was making the transition to the jag open-ended rhythm dominated funk of On the Corner. In the extensive Red Bull Music Academy interview in 2014, Mr. MTune said that Davis had taught him the value of space and precision, the appreciation for abbreviation. He worked with Davis until 1975, touring and appearing on the albums Big Fun, Dark Mangas, um, Edgarda, Pangea, and Get Up With It, which included a Davis composition titled Am Tune. Working with Davis, Mr. MTune expanded his sound with electronic effects. You don't fight technology, you embrace it. He said in 2014, it's like fire. It'll burn you, or you learn how to cook with it. Mr. MTune made his recording debut as a leader in 1972 with Al Cabu, Land of the Blacks on the Straighter East label, credited to the MTune Umoja Ensemble. It opened with a spoken manifesto that praised the role of black music as a function organ in the struggle for national liberation. He released the second jazz album, Rebirth Cycle, in 1977. When Davis stopped performing in 1975, Mr. MTune and the guitarist Reggie Lucas, another member of the Davis group, joined Roberta Flack's band. Their composition, The Closer I Get to You, which she recorded as a duet with Donny Hathaway, reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1978 and was later remade by Beyonce and Luther Vandross. Mr. MTune and Mr. Lucas formed MTune Lucas Productions to write and produce songs. Among the artists they worked with were Phyllis Hyman, Teddy Pendergrass, The Spinners, and Stephanie Mills, for whom they wrote the 1980 hit Never Knew Love Like This Before, a Grammy Award winner for Best R&B Song. Miss Mills wrote of Mr. MTune on Instagram this week. He was so brilliant and an amazing music mind. Between production jobs, Mr. MTune and Mr. Lucas recorded with their core musicians as the group MTune, which featured the singer Tawatha Agi. Mr. MTune described the group's first albums as sophistifunk, using plush harmonies and elaborate orchestrations. But one day he came to a realization: I was playing something that sounded just like something else I had done. He said, I got up and I walked away and I disbanded the band and I decided not to do any more productions. He put together a second lineup of MTune without Mr. Lucas and turned to a style he described as neo minimalism. using just a handful of instruments and fewer effects. The new MTune lineup recorded Juicy Fruit. At first, MTune's record label Epic dismissed the songs as too slow for daytime radio, but it became a number one R&B hit. The title of MTune's 1984 album, You, Me, and He, a confession of polyamory, reached number two on Billboard's R&B chart. On the group's final album, Theater of the Mind, released in 1986, MTune turned to socio-political commentary in songs like Deep Freeze, Rapper Song, Part 1. That same year, he wrote the score for the film Native Son and produced a solo album for Miss Aggie. In a radio interview in 1988, during a freewheeling era of hip hop, when samples were widely used without payment or credit, Mr. MTune denounced hip hop's reliance on sampling, calling it Memorex music, and complaining that the originators were ignored. The hip hop group Stetsasonic responded with "Talking All That Jazz," which argued rap brings back old R&B, and if we would not, people could have forgot. Eventually, sampling by then licensing credited would keep Mr. MTune's music on the radio. Juicy Fruit has been sampled by Alicia Keys, Warren G, Jennifer Lopez, um, aka J Lo, Keisha Cole, Faith Evans, and dozens of others. And many of Mr. MTune's other songs and productions have made their way onto new tracks. In 1994, Mr. MTune scored the TV series New York Undercover. At his urging, the show's storylines featured a nightclub, Natalie's, where an older generation of musicians, including B.B. King and Gladys Knight, got new TV exposure, and younger performers revived old songs. During the 1990s, he also produced songs for Mary J. Blige, D'Angelo, and Casey and JoJo. Yet by the mid 1990s, Mr. MTune had grown dissatisfied with the music business. He moved into talk radio, and from 1995 to 2013 was a co-host on the weekly show Open Line, heard first on WRKS-FM, which is Kiss FM in New York, and then on WBLS-FM when the stations merged. He discussed politics, activism, news, and culture alongside Bob Slade and Bob Pickett. Over the years, he traveled to Cuba, Libya, Sudan, and South Africa. In 2018, he recorded a TED Talk, Our Common Ground in Music, in which he discussed the cross pollination of culture, politics, and art. He is survived by his wife, Camille MTune, his brother, Jeffrey Foreman, two sons, Falou MTune and Richard Johnson, four daughters, Benin MTune, Eshe King, Ife MTune, and Sanda Lee, and six grandchildren. Pressing the boundaries, to me, that's always what it was about, Mr. MTune said in 2014. Never give up, never give yourself a chance to look back, because that's always easier. Looking forward is always harder. Yeah. So SIP to the 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 legend, James MTune. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so let's go to another news. Let's see. Okay. So we got Juice WRLD's mom. All right. This is according to Double XL website. So 2 years after Juice WRLD's death, the late rapper's mother addresses his inner circle, who she felt were enablers and not looking out for her son's best interest. Juice's mom, Carmela Carmela Wallace, appeared on the Tamron Hall show, which aired on Tuesday, January 11th, to reflect on the death of her son, who died of an accidental drug overdose on December 8th, 2019, and to share a message to parents on talking to their children about drugs. During the conversation, Miss Wallace stated she was concerned about enablers and juices in a circle that weren't helping him in the right way. I just felt like his best interest wasn't being looked at. No, it wasn't looked out for, she said. I think people had their own agendas and they liked the lifestyle, and they were young too. So they don't see things the way we see them. But he just didn't have the people in place to tell him to stop. He didn't have that support system in place. Um, Miss Wallace acknowledged that she knew her son was a drug addict, and she would often talk to Juice about his drug usage and mental well-being. He couldn't hide it because it was in his music, she explained to Tamron Hall. But we were at a point where we could talk about it. We still had that relationship where we felt comfortable talking about it. And I told him of my fears of him overdosing. I encouraged him to speak with the psychologist he used to speak with, because I arranged where they could have a mobile conversation. But he was 19 and he knew everything, she continued. And the people around him, some of them would reach out to me, but not the inner circle. They were scared. Elsewhere in the interview, Miss Wallace urges parents to have open conversations with their children about drugs and don't judge them when they are asking for help. They are struggling, they are crying out, she said, and they need someone who is going to listen to them, that they can trust. Miss Wallace also added, listen without judging. Miss Wallace launched the live free 999 foundation, which helps raise awareness to the challenges young individuals face when it comes to mental health and substance dependency. She spoke with Double XL for the winter issue of the magazine to discuss the mission of the foundation, memories of Juice, his struggles, and his music career, which you can read here. Of course, yeah, yeah, this is crazy. This is very crazy and sad that he passed 2 years ago. Um, so that's crazy though. Um, okay, I've been saving this topic for quite some time, actually. So we need to. So, this is something I never heard of before, actually. So we have to go into it. Um, okay. Now, I don't know about you folks that's listening and watching, if you ever heard of this thing in health class or science class called body dysmorphic disorder. That's the thing that Tammy Romaine discussed about weeks ago, in terms of the time she was a guest co-host on the Real. So basically she talked about it on there. So this is what body dysmorphic disorder is basically about, to give you guys a better understanding. Um so listen to this. Most of us have something we don't like about our appearance: a crooked nose, an uneven smile, or eyes that are too large or too small. And though we may fret about our imperfections, They don't interfere with our daily lives. Mm, but people who have body dysmorphic disorder think about their real or perceived flaws for hours each day. They can't control their negative thoughts and don't believe people who tell them that they look fine. Their thoughts may cause severe emotional distress and interfere with their daily functioning. They they may miss work or school, avoid social situations, and isolate themselves, even from family and friends, because they fear others will notice their flaws. The characteristics of BDD. So, BDD is a body image disorder characterized by persistent and intrusive preoccupations with an imagined or slight defect in one's appearance. People with BDD can dislike any part of their body, although they often find fault with their hair, skin, nose, chest, or stomach. Um, in reality, a perceived defect may be only a slight imperfection or non existent, but for someone with BDD, the flaw is significant and prominent, often causing severe emotional distress and difficulties in daily functioning. BBD most often develops in adolescents and teens, and research shows that it affects men and women almost equally. In the United States, BDD, yeah, occurs in about 2.5% in males and in 2.2% of females. BDD often begins to occur in adolescents 12 to 13 years of age, which is by the American Psychiatric Association in 2013. The causes of BDD are unclear, but certain biological and environmental factors may contribute to its development, including genetic predisposition, neurobiological factors such as malfunctioning of serotonin in the brain, personality traits, and life experiences. Of course, this includes um, child maltreatment, sexual trauma, and peer abuse. Um, so yeah, this is actually part of mental health too. As a matter of fact, this is crazy. It's crazy. I didn't even feature that in this segment, but I didn't forget to talk about this. So this is pretty interesting. So there you go. Um, okay, now that I got that out the way, let's go to. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute here. Yeah, we're gonna go to Rick Ross, who made his TV debut on the TV show on CBS, The Equalizer. So let's get into it. So Rick Ross officially made his network television acting debut on the Queen Latifah led show, The Equalizer. Ross shared a clip on his Instagram of the recent episode on his Instagram. Much love to the icon Queen Latifah for the opportunity. Check out my major TV network acting debut, Ross captioned the post. In the episode, Ross plays Gregory Dilemma Blickman. What? Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dilemma? Oh man. Oh damn. An incarcerated rapper who's trying to clear his name and his family's name. In the clip that Ross shared on his Instagram, Robin McCall, and Detective Marcus Dante are sitting at a table in the prison having a conversation about Dilemma's circumstances. Oh wow. Ross took to social media again after the episode was released, telling his fans, let's see, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, telling his fans to do whatever they could to watch it or rewatch it and to let him know what they thought about his performance. So, of course, last night my acting debuted, The Equalizer. Salute to the director, the whole team, Queen Latifah, the whole squad. You know what I'm saying? He said, I need y'all to TiVo it, rewind it, whatever it is y'all do, and make sure y'all check it out so you can hit me up and let me know what you think. Let the directors know Big Boy doing big things. Following the airing, Ross received praise from fans on his performance. Yeah, performance. Um, Even though this was not his first acting role, fans thought that Ross did a good job at tapping into his dramatic side. Hmm. During an interview with Rap Radar last month with Elliot Wilson and B. Dot, Ross spoke on Queen Latifah giving him the opportunity to appear on the show. She gave me a real opportunity, not just on some real lines. I'm just tapping into this, he said. And just her response to how I'm moving, she gave me a lot of credit for it. And I'm just thinking as I walk away, wow, who could have imagined this? I didn't recite no lines or read the script until that morning. I'm on the set smoking a blunt. Yeah, yeah. Actually glad that he actually shows his talented side on things. This is it's pretty interesting. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I will try to see if I can actually, you know, depending on my schedule, um if I don't have anything else to do as far as like research for topics and stuff, I'll try to see if I can actually look into it. Um let's see. Let's see. Okay, now that we talked about Rick Ross, we gotta talk about this new thing from Arby's. Anybody hungry out there? So Arby's has a new food on the menu, which is called the Diablo, the Diablo sandwich. Um, Let me break this down, folks. The Diablo sandwich. When I heard about this, I was like, wait a minute, what is the car company got to do with the Arby sandwich? That's what I was trying to figure out, though, man. Oh man. Okay, so Arby's is daring you to try what it is called the specialist sandwich um on the market. Um Starting Monday, the fast food chain is bringing the heat with the new Diablo Dare sandwich, which comes in two varieties, crispy chicken and smoked. Hold on. Yeah, smoked brisket. Hold on a second. Yeah, smoked brisket. Okay. Um, yeah, smoked brisket. Yeah, smoked brisket. Okay, the chain said the limited time sandwiches come with 5 sources of heat ghost pepper. Ghost pepper jack cheese, fiery hot seasoning, fire roasted jalapenos, and Diablo barbecue sauce served on a red chipotle bun. Whoa, wow. Arby's said the sandwich is so spicy. Yeah, I bet you it's spicier than the fucking red hot Cheetos. Oh man. We had to include a free vanilla shake to cool your mouth down in between bites. The Diablo Dare will be available through February 6th at participating locations, which already passed already. Nationwide the start at $5.99, which is $6, of course, including the free snack size shake. This is not a sandwich for the faint of heart, Patrick Schilling. Sure, Patrick Schwing. Okay, Arby's chief marketing director said in a statement, in quote, everyone in the quick service restaurant industry says they have a spicy option, but our research tells us that consumers are disappointed by fast food claims of spicy. Schwing says Arby's took that as a challenge by making sure all different types of spicy, the hot, the numbling, and the lingering are combined to make the Diablo Dare a true test of how much heat you can handle. Arby's also will have a challenge on TikTok with Arby's Diablo Dare. Starting January 8th, of course, this really happened. Um, yeah, the chain said fans can go on TikTok and use a branded effect filter to show their followers how much of the Diablo Dare sandwich they can take before reaching for relief with the vanilla shake. Oh man. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I would have had some water to go along with it as far as the vanilla shake, but I mean, to each his own, man. To each his own. Yeah, that shit is nuts, man. That shit's gonna make you scream. Yeah, that's gonna make you scream right there, though, man. That part right there. Um, so it's crazy, man. Um, Now this is just all right. So okay, let's talk about yeah. Yeah, um okay, so all right, so Neo will be hosting a live stream concert on Vyre Network this Valentine's Day as the headliner of this year's annual event. Vyre Network and the award-winning songwriter shared the news on the Black-owned streaming network's official website. Presented by Vyre Soul Series on the streaming's R&B magazine TV channel, fans worldwide will be able to watch the Because of You hitmaker perform a 1 hour concert with fan favorite hits from his lengthy catalog like Sexy Love, One in a Million, and another love song. Neo's performance directly follows last month's Delegado headline live stream concert by the streaming platform on the It's Espanol channel. Neo follows last year's Valentine's Day headline Trey Songz. We are truly looking forward to seeing the Neo performance as it's going to be a one of a kind digital experience for our users. The collaboration between Veer Live and LA Exclusive takes our live stream experience to the next level, and we look forward to further collaborations in 2022, said David Hill, president of Veer Network, via, yeah, Veer Network, via a press release. News of the virtual concert arrives with Vyre Network expanding their film library with new films, documentaries, and series while entering the trending metaverse. The company signed an exclusive 5-year women football deal in 2021 that is expected to generate millions. Of course, Neo has a single with no, hold on. Young Blue and Neo unite for a new single, Walk Through the Fire. Neo hosted this year's Urban One Honors in January and has been releasing a lot of new music lately. Last month, he released 2 songs with Young Blue and Stay Down and Walk Through the Fire. All all the new music and roles prepared for a new Neo album, currently in the works with a first quarter expected release via Motown Records. March is when I'm shooting for a release for this album, he told ET. It's entitled Self Explanatory because I generally feel like at this point in my life and career, a Neo album doesn't really need a whole lot of explanation. You kind of know who I am and what I do and what it's about. I'm gonna give you something to dance to. I'm gonna give you something to clean the house to on Sunday morning. I'm gonna give you something to turn on as you get ready to go to the club that night, you know, safely. I'm gonna give you something to fall in love to. I'm gonna give you something to remember that old relationship and why it didn't work. I'm gonna give you all of it. You can see Neo live at the Avalon Hollywood on Valentine's Day, February 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Central Time on Vyre Network. All right. Now that I got that out the way, um, speaking of some exciting stuff, of course, obviously Nike already celebrated their 75th anniversary, and here's some Nike news right here. Obviously, you guys probably know that this weekend coming up is Super Bowl 56 weekend between the Bengals and the Rams. Yes. And I'm pretty sure that you guys probably know who's going to be performing and stuff like that. So I may have mentioned it in the previous episode not too long ago, but we'll get to that. Anyway, for Super Bowl week, Nike has teamed up with EA Sports Madden NFL22 to release a unique challenge that rewards physical activity with in-game performance bonuses. Between February 7th and 14th, run 5 kilometers in the NRC app to unlock a unique Aaron Donald Madden Ultimate Team Player item and earn an achievement badge. Nike members will receive a special +7 speed enhanced Aaron Donald player item after completing the NRC Super Bowl challenge. Madden NFL 22's most valuable defensive player. The incentive provides Nike members with a game-changing performance advantage while also encouraging them to participate in sports. I like this. I enjoy seeing kids get out and live active and healthy lifestyles. As a professional athlete, I think it's important to reinforce healthy habits to our youth. I instill these habits and values in my kids as they were instilled in me, said Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams. I teamed up with Nike and EA Sports to unlock the ultimate future of sport and inspire the next generation of athletes to explore and play in a meaningful way. NRC is here to help you become a better athlete by providing you with advice, inspiration, and new ideas. It's the ultimate running community, bringing together runners with the best coaches, elite athletes, and friends from across the world to help them discover the joys of running and achieve their goals. Of course, you can download the free NRC app here, and you can check out their website, which is www.nike.com/NRC app. That's amazing right there, man. That's really amazing right there. Yep. All right. Let's see. Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, we need to. Okay. Now I want to go over the Super Bowl commercials. I didn't get a chance to review the Super Bowl commercials in 2021. Before I do 2022, I want to review the ones in 2021 that I didn't get a chance to talk about here. Um, so here we go. First 2021, then I'll get to 2022. Okay, so all right, so after a blown out game of a game full of memes, a streaker and surprisingly poetry, the Super Bowl commercials are here to make your parents complain about how much better the ads were when they were young, much like literally everything else. Advertising for the big game was affected by the coronavirus, with huge names like Coke, Pepsi, and Budweiser sitting this one out. It took about 2 more months than usual for CBS to sell ad space for the game, with newcomers and commercial staples alike shelling out about $5.5 million for a 30-second spot. Tom Brady may have taken home his 1 billionth trophy, but it seemed like no one really won the commercials. Brands leaned into the weird of this year, with Tide focusing its ad on a sentiment Jason Alexander sweatshirt and Amy Schumer cosplaying as the fairy godmother of mayonnaise. Of course, yeah, that's crazy. So this is okay, Wayne's World reunites for the Big Bowl. So still broadcasting from Wayne's mom's basement in Aurora, Illinois, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey and Cardi B join forces once again to promote Uber Eats. The commercial encourages viewers to eat local and feature many of the duo's signature catchphrases. Swing. Jason Alexander gets stepped on, spit on, and sat on for Tide. Interesting. A beloved sweatshirt featuring the face of Seinfeld star Jason Alexander is ahem, ahem, well loved until it's washed with Tide. Amazon sexy Alexa. Michael B. Jordan is the Alexa of our dreams in this Amazon ad. Read me a sexy audiobook in the bath, sweet prince. Dolly Parton works 5 to 9. Directed by Oscar winner Damien Chazelle, this ad for Squarespace encouraged entrepreneurs to pursue their passion 5 9, flipping the script on Dolly's classic hit. Just one more reason Dolly is an actual angel. Cheetos makes Shaggy a third wheel, which I actually saw this one. Um, Ashton Kutcher musically accuses his wife Mila Kunis of stealing the Cheetos Crunch Pop mix, while Shaggy defends her by belting out his 2000 hit "It Wasn't Me." How does Mila make even Cheetos dust look good? John Travolta makes a TikTok. Oh wow. Um, in this ad for Scott's and Miracle Grow, celebs veg out in their gardens, including John Travolta, um, and his daughter making a grease TikTok. Martha Stewart on freshening up her tomatoes, and Stanley from The Office, Leslie David Baker grumpily grilling. Oh boy. So um Michelle Ultra wants us to be happy. Oh wow. Michelle Ultra bills A-list athletes for this commercial, including Serena Williams, Anthony Davis, and Peyton Manning in a cowboy hat. There's even a shot of golfer Brooks, um, Co- no, um, Kopka at a pizza party for all the dads out there. Michelle, Michelle up Ultra round 2, this time with Don Cheeto. This time with Don Cheeto. Okay, this time advertising Michelle up Ultra Organic Seltzer. The brand's second spot features celebrity doppelgangers of Megan Fox, Serena Williams, Usher, Sylvester Stallone, and Lucy Liu, but has the real Don Cheeto and his lookalike brother. Matthew McConaughey's flat. Matthew McConaughey is a horrifying 2D version of himself in this Doritos ad. Even Mindy Kaling and Jimmy Kimmel can't get behind it. Don't worry, Doritos 3D chips save him from being sucked up by a Roomba. Amy Schumer's the fairy god mayo. Oh Lord. Proud of the executive who pushed for the phrase fairy god mayo. Amy Schumer shows the power of Hellman's mayonnaise in this ad, which has more dislikes than likes on YouTube. Bud Light has its own adventures. Although Budweiser is out, Bud Light is in, combining spokespeople of commercials past to save the beer. Sadly, the Dilly Dilly Bud Knight is killed in an accidental high five. Bud Light round 2. In its second commercial, Bud Light, this time advertising its new lemonade seltzers, reflects on the lemon of a year that was 2020. Little Baby is a rock star. Rapper Little Baby encourages hustlers to follow their dreams in this rockstar energy ad. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning wear matching PJs for Frito-Lay chips. Um, Featuring an all-star NFL cast, this Frito-Lay spot, narrated by Marshawn Lynch, tells the story of the night before Super Bowl, including a recreation of the Immaculate Reception with Terry Bradshaw and the Manning brothers in matching sleepwear, getting a scolding from their father. Eli told people they didn't even need a wardrobe. It was kind of embarrassing that Peyton and I had matching pajamas coincidentally. Lenny Kravitz tells us we're all billionaires. Well, not really. For Stella um Artosis, Lenny Kravitz could almost be addressing the GameStop controversy head on, saying we're all born with 2.5 billion heartbeats. That makes you a billionaire. So let's not waste the fortune with within us. Invest. Guess we're not eating the rich today. Chipotle asks a big question. In this ad, Chipotle goes for messaging over celebrity, providing aesthetically pleasing shots of black cows mooing, farmers picking peppers, and a child planting seeds while a brother and sister argue over sustainability. Dan Levy holds a Eminem captives. Oh shit. Really? Golden Globe nominated Schitt's Creek star Dan Levy appears in this Eminem's commercial featuring people apologizing with the candy, but Levy doesn't seem that sorry. Sam Adams, Alicia's Budweiser's, Clydesdales. Oh goodness. Now the Budweiser is out of the game. Sam Adams reimagines its iconic Clydesdale, wreaking havoc on Boston. Wicked smack. Pringles strands astronauts. Oh boy. In this ad, rescuers are too distracted by stacking the chips to save stranded astronauts. John Cena teases Mountain Dew winnings. Pro wrestler and certified himbo John Cena drives a cotton candy pink car in his commercial, letting you know you could win 1 million if you count the number of watermelon dews in the brand's Super Bowl spot. Oh boy. Vroom.com knows we can't stand car dealerships. Super Bowl newcomer Vroom.com dramatizes the pain of going to a car dealership in its 30-second spot. Makari says hello. Don't know who that is. In this ad set to a poppy cover of the earworm Hello Goodbye online marketplace, Makari, another Super Bowl newbie, shows us that we too can order popcorn makers online. Ford encourages America to finish strong. Ford highlights ongoing efforts to fight the coronavirus, noting that soon we will be what we were, touching, loving, living. The surrounding Finish Strong campaign focuses on donating PPE to underserved communities and designing new products to protect people from the virus. Um, Fiverr visits Four Seasons Total Landscaping. Yep, remember them? The online freelancer marketplace. Fiverr makes its Super Bowl debut by calling back to one of the strangest political stories of 2020 with the landscaping company's president Marie Saravo sprucing up her facility thanks to its new flame. Tony Romo's wife sleeps on 5 mattresses. Wait, what? Oh shit. Oh man. In this spot, the Ramos eat huge sandwiches, sleep on the super tall beds, and drive monster trucks all in the same, all in the name of Skechers, Max Cushioning sneakers. IQOS shows its pro face. Oh boy. IQOS Pro Yogurt shows the unique faces people make when they are working out, including a few star athletes and SpongeBob. Oh shit. And Hoosier Bush encouraged grabbing a beer. And then Hoosier Bush's first ever corporate Super Bowl ad, the company focuses on times that can be made better by a beer. TurboTax finds the weirdest tax loopholes. According to TurboTax, you can apparently get tax credits due to old age, nice trees, or alien visitors. Nick Jonas takes us back to Disney Channel days. Nick Jonas is giving us Joe Bro's diabetes song vibes in this ad for Dexcom, a glucose monitoring system for people with diabetes that works without fingering pricking. finger and pricking. Okay. Oh boy. Whether tech is patriotic. In this series of pro-America commercials, WeatherTech once again utilizes its own employees to highlight its products plus a mom on the go. Jimmy John's is the king of cold cuts. Comedian Brad Garrett stars as a shady sandwich mob boss in this spot for Jimmy John's, as he calls it. Maya Rudolph's on her own tiny horse. The popularity of the tiny horse is here to stay, as Maya Rudolph rides on up to pay for cowboy boots in this commercial for Swedish bank on Klarna. Indeed, rises up in its first ever Super Bowl ad. Job sites Indeed takes viewers through the emotional process of getting a position. Cutwater Spirits makes us jealous. Anheuser-Busch's canned cocktail brand on Cutwater Spirits' first Super Bowl ad features shots of closing work laptops and getting into the sun. It's like it's taunting us. Will Ferrell, Keenan Thompson, and Aquafina vow to crush Norway. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy. After Farrell finds out Norway produces more electric cars per capita than the United States, all hell breaks loose in this GM ad. Toyota tells the story of Jessica Long. Ahead of an Olympics that may never happen, Toyota shares the emotional story of Jessica Young, a Paralympic swimmer. Dr. Squash. Dr. Squatch. Oh man, is a real man. Direct to consumer man, natural care brand Dr. Squatch argues that real men use good soap and let their daughters braid their hair. Oh wow. Robin Hood says we are all investors. Yeah, right. In this commercial book in December investing app, Robinhood says that anyone can become an investor. Well, everyone couldn't last week when when it restricted trading on GameStop. Don't worry, this ad has already been lambasted on Twitter. Paramount Plus declares sweet victory. In the latest battle of the streaming wars, the new service Paramount Plus is set to make its debut on March 4th, which is, of course, um, in this series of ads narrated by Sir Patrick Stewart, Viacom CBS favorites climb Mount Paramount, resulting in hilarious shots like a pan from Dort the Explorer to um, Jeff Probst of Survivor. Base Pro Shops targets guys with fishes in their Tinder profile. Base Pro Shops makes its Super Bowl debut by encouraging America to participate in outdoor activities during the pandemic, aka Slamdemic. Dawn and Swiffer address the chore gap. The Procter and Gamble brands note that in 65% of homes, most chores fall on one person and urge the entire family to pitch in, even the dog. Joe Montana for Guinness. Football great Joe Montana appears in this spot for Guinness, discussing what it means for anyone to be the GOAT, which is the greatest of all time. Timothy Scissorhands. Sheesh. Timothy Calmet plays the son of Scissorhands Edgar, with Winona Ryder reprising her role as Kim Boggs, the iconic moody Cincy lanky boy, played by another iconic moody Cincy lanky boy. This commercial seems like it was made in a lab for Twitter. Well, oh my goodness. Um, and there's so many. Hold on a second, folks. Let me see how much time we got here. All right, we could do this. So let's see. Oh, David Diggs and DoorDash visit Sesame Street. David Diggs and some of your favorite fuzzy educational puppets remix the Sesame Street classic "People in Your Neighborhood" to describe all the places you can order delivery from. This ad is brought to you by the letter T for tip your drivers. Drake dons the State Farm polo. Um, like a good neighbor, Drake filled in for Jake from State Farm to become Drake from State Farm. Shailene Woodley's boyfriend, Aaron Rodgers, and Paul Rudd are there too. Rocket Mortgage, more like Rocket Morgan. Tracy Morgan is certain you can afford a house with Rocket Mortgage. He's only pretty sure, though, that you can eat a toadstool, fight Dave Batista, and he's pretty sure these Hornets aren't the murder type. And oldie to Oatly, and perhaps the evening's most divisive spot, Oatly CEO Tony Peterson sings a slightly off-key but clearly very passionate lo-fi homage to the brand's non-dairy milk in the middle of a field. Reddit's bets pay off. Reddit's ad was only 5 seconds long, but the next of the spot posted by HuffPost, senior editor Philip Lewis below celebrated last month's GameStop slash Wall Street bets pandemonium in hopes it will wrangle some new users for the site. Powerful things happen when people rally around something they really care about. The spot concludes, and there's a place for that. It's called Reddit. Jeep and Bruce Springsteen want you to meet in the middle. Jeep stretching its hands across America to tug at your heartstrings. Went to New Jersey, where it enlisted Bruce Springsteen to narrate a rumination of the reunited states of America in 2021. We can make it to the mountain top through the desert, and we will cross this divide. The boss reassures you. Our light has always found its way through the darkness, and there's hope on the road up ahead. Also, by Jeep. Gwen and Blake cannot act. Blake Shelton lets himself get roasted in the T-Mobile ad. Adam Levine sets him up with Gwen Stefani because he is county uncultured and threatened by a strong, confident woman. Though they might want to stick to the voice to show off their acting chops. Mama Doris crushes Anthony Anderson. In the second slot of the night, T-Mobile pits mother against son, with Mama Doris coming out on top, given the help of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelsey. SpaceX wants you to go to space. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Directed by Bryce Dallas Howard and narrated by Octavia Spencer, this lullaby-inspired SpaceX ad attempts to lull us into a trance by encouraging us to quite literally go to outer space. Though we have enough problems on Earth right now, without adding interplanetary relations to the list. Guaranteed rates enlist star athletes to believe in themselves. Featuring clips from Dustin Poirier, Rose Namajunas, And Star Andrews, this ad for mortgage leader guaranteed rate says, if you believe you will. Inspirational. CGI Samuel Jackson blames gamers. Verizon wants gamers to stop blaming their losses on laggy networks in this commercial, while in a canny valley, Samuel Jackson threatens them with a sparkle stick. Disney promotes its many streaming options, of course. Um, in addition to dropping new trailers for Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Raya and the Last Dragon, Disney advertised the streaming Disney bundle, which includes Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. The NFL commissions a Vince Lombardi hologram. Actors Russ Hutchinson plays legendary football coach Vince Lombardi in the scripted section of the NFL commercial before flashing to an awkward pregame speech made by a hologram. Vince Lombardi in Tampa Bay. NFL round 2 this time with social justice. The NFL promotes its Inspired Change initiative in this ad, but Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job, so what? Huggies celebrate today's babies. Yes, as in babies born literally today. This spot featuring babies born on the day of Super Bowl 55 shows all the best parts of being a baby. An E-Trade workout. Forget Chloe Ting. This kid uses old paint cans and a tire to get himself into shape. What does this have to do with E-Trade? We don't know. There's a disinfectant ad because, of course, in this straightforward spot for Microban 24, surfaces are kept clean for 24 hours. That would have come in handy when we were all spraying our groceries in March. All right. Now we get to the 2022 list of commercials, and here we go. All right. Give me a sec. All right. Okay. So Super Bowl 2022 commercials are almost as entertaining as the game this year. Watch the best ones here. So check this out, folks. I'm pretty sure some of you may have seen some of these commercials already, but there's a few I'm actually gonna get. So excuse me. Let's be honest. Tuning into these Super Bowl 22 commercials is excuse me, half of the fun of football's biggest night. And this year, fans didn't even have to wait until the big game day to start watching. Like last year's Super Bowl commercials, many advertisers chose to get in on the fun early by releasing their Super Bowl 22 commercials in the days leading up to the highly anticipated championship game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals at Super Bowl 56. Some early drops include Saturday Night Live alum Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson's commercial for Amazon Alexa, where the new parents find themselves leaning a little too much about each other thanks to Alexa's smart tech eyes. Fellow SNL star Pete Davidson, aka Pistol Pete. I still don't know why Michael Rappaport calls him Pistol Pete. Oh man. Also landed in early ad released by Hellman's brand mayonnaise In it, the comedian gets tackled by NFL star Gerard Mayo in an effort to remind fans to tackle their food waste. Of course, um, the Super Bowl 22 commercials also feature some advertising regulars. Budweiser's Clydesdale horse makes a return, as does Sam Adams, your cousin from Boston character. Other major players like Frito-Lay, which owns Doritos. I did not know that. Lay's, Cheetos, and more are also back this year, I'll bet, with some star-studded new faces to Super Bowl Sunday's commercial lineup. But don't let us spoil all of the exciting guest appearances. Keep on reading ahead to see the best Super Bowl 22 commercials for yourself. So let's take a look here. So we're gonna take a look here. The hell? I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what happened here. All right. Okay. So below, we've rounded up the Super Bowl 22 commercials airing before, during, and after this year's championship game. NBC's pricing for each of these commercials began at $6 million. $6 million. Okay, this is where. Yeah, $6 million. That's where. Okay. Yeah, $6 million for a 30-second ad spot per variety, making these some very hefty investments for each brand. But was it always worth it? We'll let you watch the Super Bowl 22 commercials up ahead so you can be the judge of that. Okay, so Budweiser's a Clydesdale Journey commercial. Of course, Budweiser's Clydesdale is back, and this time the iconic horse is telling a story of a wait, perseverance. Yes, perseverance is what I actually was trying to say. Yeah, perseverance and hope. Won't We won't spoil this one, but just know that you might want to have a box of tissues at the ready. It's a heartfelt one. Scarlett Johansson's Colin Joseph's Amazon Alexa commercial. Of course, Amazon Alexa is smart, so smart she could practically read your mind. Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson experienced this firsthand when the helpful tech starts cueing them into precisely what the other person is thinking, sometimes to hilariously look awkward effect. Of course, Charlie Puth and Megan Thee Stallion's Flaming Hot Cheetos ad. Charlie Puth and Megan Thee Stallion teams up with a forest of adorable woodland creatures in the new collaboration for Flaming Hot Doritos and Cheetos. Speaking to Billboard in February 2022 about the ad, Puth revealed just how excited he was about being in a Super Bowl commercial for the first time. I've never done a Super Bowl commercial before, and somehow I'm fortunate enough for it to happen for me this year. He said, I'm still pinching myself. Frito-Lay had reached out to me and told me they had a great idea for a commercial where they wanted it to be very musical. So when I heard the term musical, I was in right away. He added. The precise no, the premise is that all these animals eat these flaming hot products and they become musically active. They start harmonizing and being in sync and perfect tempo with each other, and that's what happened to my life as well. I have some Cool Ranch Doritos, and I'm off to the races writing 5 songs. Doritos. Yes. Okay, that's Doritos. Lindsay Lohan's Planet Fitness commercial. Ever wonder what's happening to Lindsay these days? Well, her Super Bowl 22 commercial for Planet Fitness seems to have just the answer you are looking for. Serena Williams, Peyton Manning, and more in Michelob Ultra's ad. So Michelob Ultra's Welcome to Superior Bowl ad includes a seriously star-studded cast of actors and athletes like from tennis champ Serena Williams, basketball player Neka Agwumiki, and soccer star Alex Morgan to actor Steve Buscemi, NFL legend Peyton Manning, and the NBA's Jimmy Butler. In a statement about the commercial, Williams told people that she was proud to participate in an ad with fellow female athletes this year. It was really cool to have more female athletes, not more, but just the same number. It was like, okay, there we go, she said. Give me a sec. Stay with me. All right, hold on. Hold on a minute, folks. All right. Guy Fieri's Bud Light Seltzer commercial. Guy Fieri takes his title as the mayor of Flavortown very literally in this commercial by Bud Light Seltzer. Someone's gotta be the taste tester. Am I right? Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen's Lay's commercial. Oh wow. Buddies Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen jam out to Shania Twain's classic "You Are Still the One" and reminisce on the good old days, where every memory also conveniently features a bag of Lay's potato chips. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why, but yeah. So Jennifer Coolidge, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Trevor Noah Uber Eats ad. Gwyneth Paltrow, Trevor Noah, Jennifer Coolidge, and Nicholas Braun all appear in this 30-second ad for the delivery service that reminds customers of the meals they can get, while also showcasing everything else Uber Eats can transport to your home, including light bulbs, soap, pencils, and a pretty interesting candle. Yeah. Okay, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart's BIC commercial. The Ultimate Duel is back, and this time Snoop and Martha are teaming up to promote BIC's new Easy Reach lighters. Perfect for putting a flame to any bowl of your choosing, if you catch my drift. Eugene Levy's Nissan commercial. Eugene Levy joins Schitt's Creek co-star Catherine O'Hara, along with Marvel Cinematic Universe stars Denai Guerrera, Black Panther, Dave Bautista, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, in this action-packed crossover adventure for Nissan. Pete Davidson, aka Pistol Pete, in the Helmets commercial. Of course, just weeks after girlfriend Kim Kardashian's ex Kanye West threatened to beat his ass, Pete is proving that he's very hittable after all. Zendaya's Squarespace commercial. Yeah, when I saw that commercial, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. When I saw this commercial, I'm sorry about that, folks. When I saw that commercial, I literally was like, what in the hell is he doing? What is he doing in this commercial? And I immediately kind of caught that with when one of the quarterbacks had the word Mayo on the back of the jersey. So I was like, yo, what the hell? I was like, okay, so he got his ass tackled. So it's great. It's a crazy ass video. You guys should take a look at it. Yeah, sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, Zendaya Squarespace commercial. Zendaya first Super Bowl commercial is it is as ethereal as one could imagine while promoting the minimalist site builder Squarespace. Kenny G's Bush Light commercial. The voice of the mountains is back with his saxophone for another Bush Light Super Bowl commercial. We'll let you enjoy the journey of this one for yourself. Your cousin from Boston, Sam Adams commercial. Your cousin from Boston returns for his Super Bowl spot with Sam Adams, but this time around, Sam Adams has teamed up with Boston Dynamics, which lands your cousin in a party with some robots. Arnold Schwarzenegger's BMW commercial. In this ad for BMW, Schwarzenegger plays Zeus, the Greek god of lightning, and Samahai plays his wife, the goddess Hera, as they retire from Mount Olympus for a tranquil life in Palm Springs, California. The boredom of retirement, however, starts to get to Zeus. Hera decides to give him an all-electric BMW iX to bring the spark back into his life, literally. Jason Sudeikis Turbo Tax commercial. Ted Lasso star Jason Sudeikis is looking for his perfect match, aka the right tax expert for him in this turbo ad, no, in this turbo tax commercial right in time for tax season. Hannah Waddingham's Rakuten commercial. Don't know who she is. Like a fellow Ted Lasso star, Hannah Waddingham has landed a game day ad to remember. Her Super Bowl night debut features the commanding actress as a villainous high roller, placing bets with items she purchased with Rakuten and cash back she got from using the shopping extension. Can you guess who wins? Idris Alba. Wow. Booking.com. Yep. Idris Alba's first Super Bowl spot sees him repping travel service Booking.com ahead of his big game day ad. However, the Luther star turned to the most interesting man in the world for some advice. Wow. That's some interesting shit right there. Anna Kendrick Rocket Mortgage commercial. It takes a lot to make someone like Anna Kendrick feel starstruck, but it looks like the comedian has met her match. Check out her unexpected co-star in this ad for Rocket Mortgage. Deion Sanders and his son Shadir Icos commercial. Oh my gosh. Nah, that's really, really weird. And there's no statement about it, but So we have so this is Icos commercial. This is Wallbox, um, Captain Morgan. Of course, there's let me see if there's any more. Yeah, Captain Morgan. Yeah, I think that's it though. Oh, another commercial that I've seen lately has to do with DraftKings. Every time I see that DraftKings commercial, it's always about Jerry Rice who's pouring Gatorade drinks on people. I was like, yo, man. And he dances too, man. I was like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. If you guys don't believe me, you guys look at the DraftKings commercial with Jerry Rice when he spills the Gatorade juice onto everybody. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on here? Like that shit is crazy, man. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So yeah, there you have it right there, man. That was the 2022 Super Bowl commercials. Of course. So let's see. Let me see if there's anything I need to. Oh, I got something we could talk about here before we wrap up. Okay, in honor of Super Bowl weekend, um, I wanted to take the time to actually did some research before I even got on the air. Actually, so let me just do this. I actually took the time to actually look this up actually in case people are looking for something to do for Super Bowl 56 weekend. It's basically, places to eat where people can watch Super Bowl 56 against with the Bengals and the Rams. All right. So here's some places. If you guys are in the New York area, this is for you. Listen to this. Here are some places in New York City where you can watch the Super Bowl on Sunday. Get ready, football fans. On February 13th, the Los Angeles Rams will take on the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 56. Though many New Yorkers will likely be watching from the comfort of their homes with friends and family, many places in New York City are hosting Super Bowl parties of their own. Here are a few places where you can watch the big game this year. And this is Bandits, New York City, 44 Bedford Street, West Village. Head over to Bandits in the West Village for some Super Bowl fun. Watch the game while chowing down on the bar's Super Bowl food towers with favorites like Bandits wings available in hot honey, garlic palm, and Bandits hot sauce. Pigs in the blanket and nachos. I don't even. Sorry, pigs in the blanket. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Hold up. Pigs in the blanket. That's crazy, man. Um, yeah. Table reservations are available for $35 per person via Retsy from 5:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Minimum is $250 spend for food and beverages. Damn. Margaritaville Resort Times Square Land Shark Bar and Grill, located 567th Avenue, Times Square. The Land Shark Bar and Grill inside the Margaritaville Resort is a great place to watch the big game. With several flat screen TVs throughout the bat, you won't miss a second of the game while you enjoy the $10 nacho special and $20 beer bucket. Reservations can be made on the Landshark Bar and Grill website. Um, The Cauldron, New York City, 47 on Stone Street, Bowling Green. This Super Bowl Sunday, enjoy the enchanting evening at the Cauldron. The restaurant is offering a prefix that will last from Friday through Valentine's Day, starting at $59.99 per people, whatever that is. Plus, from 6 to 8 p.m., a tarot card reader will be on site to give readings on a first come, first served basis. The Cauldron will also be streaming the Super Bowl on Sunday on a giant drop down screen visible to half the bar for those who want to watch during dinner and drinks. You can make a reservation online. However, email leah.s@thecauldron.io, request a table in front of the screen. The Lodge by Prime Video. Bank of America Winter Village by Bryan Park. The Lodge by Prime Video is right in the middle of the action at the Bank of America Winter Village at Bryan Park. For Super Bowl Sunday, the Lodge is setting up a huge screen from 6 to 11 p.m. to stream the big game. Come watch the game rinkside while enjoying warm drinks and delicious snacks. No tickets or reservations are required, but do show up early as space will fill up quickly. The greens on the rooftop at Pier 17, 89 South Street, Seaport District. Um, what could be what could be better than a cabin for yourself and your friends this Super Bowl Sunday? The Greens is offering an opportunity for groups of 2 to 8 people to reserve on to one excuse me. Reserve one of their cozy winter cabins to watch the game in from 5 to 11 p.m. Enjoy your own space while munching on game day specials from buffalo wings and queso fundido to loaded steak fries and dessert party box, buckets of beer, and pitchers of cocktails. Reservations can be here via talk. Due West 189th 189 West 10th Street, West Village. Due West is a go-to spot for all things sports. All night long, Due West will have game day specials available while you watch the big game on their huge TV, including food and cocktails based on the participating team's local cuisine. Reservations can be made on the Due West website. Um, Last but not least, LC Rooftop, 1412 Broadway, Midtown. To enjoy the Super Bowl in style, LC Rooftop is hosting a huge party on their heated rooftop. The space will have a 100-inch screen as well as other screens to watch the game while you and a guest enjoy 2 hours of an open bar, a shared appetizer, and more. Tickets can be purchased via Eventbrite. All right. Now, let me make a clarification. This is from a website called amny.com. And this is and you're gonna see a section where it says things to do. Um and this is basically posted since February the 8th. So you want to click on February 8th, where it says here are some places in New York City where you can watch the Super Bowl on Sunday. That's for the people out there in the New York area of the five boroughs, of course. Long Island, aka Strong Island. Of course, you guys are welcome to those locations, and of course, they have some websites and of course one in particular that I just mentioned has to do with Bryan Park Winter Village and stuff. There's no reservations. There's no there's no reservations and stuff. So everything is there's no tickets, so everything is free over there. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so you can go to the website amny.com/entertainment/things to do, where to watch the Super Bowl. And yeah. So there you have it right there, folks. So let me just get to, if I'm not mistaken, let me just get to the hold on. Okay. All right, that's gonna do it for episode 115. You guys like what you heard in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, be sure to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cashapp, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. All right. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing what you can in terms of whatever amount you are comfortable doing will be appreciated. Don't worry about having a lot of money. It's not about that. So, yeah. You can also follow the show Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and also my review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. All right. And of course, don't forget to follow me on 17 Live, which is G Money Stacks Queens, New York, and on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Now that I got that out the way, how about we go to one of the newly added segments that I like to call Stream Choices on the Go. And you guys know what this is. This is about where I go over where you can listen to the episodes of the podcast and stuff like that. So if you are on either page like G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, or the show's page, Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast is what NY stands for. You're gonna see a link that says Linktree. And when you click on there, you're going to see a whole list of audio streaming platforms, which I will go over with you. So listen to this. We are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Reason FM, Spotify. Don't forget to give a 5-star rating to Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. It'll be appreciated. We are on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and also don't forget to listen to the episodes for Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music and podcasts. Radio and podcasts, actually, yes. Yeah, #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. You go on the YouTube, grab the subscribe button. Make sure you press the noti bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment along with the topics and the episodes. Download your favorite episodes Share the episodes, share the videos, tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, and share the podcast along with audio stream platforms, along with the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555 with your friends. All right. So there you go, right there. And our last segment of the night is podcast free game mechanisms. And our very last segment of the night, I'd like to actually, in our very last segment of the night, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, our very last segment of the night. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, very last segment of the night. This is about people. For you folks out there, if you have a dream of being a podcaster like I'm doing right now with 3 shows under my belt, don't worry, I got you. There's a few key components that you need to start a podcast. So, the first thing you need is headphones. And the second thing that you need is a microphone. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be a Yeti microphone. It could be the microphone that I'm using right now, which is called the Alvoxcon A800, which is where I bought that is from Target. You probably could find it there as well as Best Buy and of course Walmart. Of course, you can find microphones on Amazon as well. So yeah, there you go, right there. You also need a laptop or a computer to do your live streams on the YouTube channel page, and this is where I segue into StreamYard. So StreamYard is basically the software that I use to add 3 YouTube channels for my podcast live stream recordings. Basically, yes, it includes creation tools where you could create banners like talking points. It could be your social media handles. It could be your talking points saying thank you, which I'm going to tap that right now. And it and you can actually be able to create your own brand on here. And which, by the way, may I add that it allows you to invite links to people, especially those who have email addresses, phone numbers, and even Instagram handles. You know what I mean? You also want to create an account with StreamYard, and what you have to do is, for those of you who are interested, you want to type in your email address or the show podcast email address on there. Once you type that in, you're gonna see get login code, and when you press get login code, it's gonna say that they sent an email in regards to the 6 numbers. They're going to send you 6 numbers. You type in the numbers from the email you see, you type that in, and once you type that in, you'll be able to create your schedule on when you are planning to do your live streams. All right. It could be any day of the week. It could be on the weekend, whatever. Also, may I add that StreamYard has better sound quality compared to Zoom. And I say this because, from experience, from listening to a couple podcast shows, especially when they recorded on Zoom, it was like, it was just the like, you hear like, audio issues, including like technical difficulties and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, man. Because I was introduced to StreamYard on, a couple months ago. And I was like, you know what, let me give this shit a try. And I'm not even the only person that's actually using StreamYard to record podcast shows. It's also other people that's also using that shit as well, including other podcasters. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And by the way, you can download the Anchor app to your Androids, your iPhones, your iPads, your Android tablets, your computers, and your laptops. Or you can check out the website anchor.fm so you can get yourself a head start. And I wish you guys luck on your podcast journey. So there you have it right there. That was your podcast free game mechanism segment. If you guys like to have some guidance and help on how to start a podcast and stuff, of course, DM me on the Instagram, which is GMoneyStacks555 in Queens, New York. All right. Or you could do the show, or you could DM in the show's podcast page, which is in the description right there in the YouTube description. So there you have it though, man. That's gonna do it for me, man. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me. And I appreciate every single one of you from all over the world, Canada, the USA, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. And make sure you have your face covers. Make sure you have your hand sanitizer. Wash your hands with water and soap. Make sure you have your bottled water. Make sure you have your Gatorade along with electrolytes for energy and strength. And make sure you guys stay warm too. Have yourself some warm tea with some hot, with some ginger, along with lemon or lime, either one. Or you get, and you can, or you can have yourself some hot chocolate milk along with marshmallows. If you have any, you can add that as well. So that's the installation of inspiration, folks. So yeah. Like I said, I'm off this shit. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode 115. There will be more video content, more topics to cover, and of course, I hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl weekend. All right. You guys enjoy yourselves, and I hope you guys have fun with some friends and some snacks, and be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? Peace and one love, and have yourselves a good night and enjoy your Super Bowl weekend. Hold on, let me do that again.